Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to talk about Laios because we haven't heard much about him. We really thought he's going to be good for AFK stages potentially. However, now from the Pioneer server testing, even VN server testing, I've asked the top two pushers in Pioneer who are both made it to Apex 1000 and above stages if they use Laios or Marcel at all, and they really both said that they didn't use them. They didn't seem very impactful or useful for the higher deficit AFK stages, which is important information to know. And so other people have also told me that Laios has some survival issues. He isn't the tankiest hero in the game, and then on top of that, the problem is a lot of his abilities are really just impactful onto monster enemies. For example, this ability, which has a petrify, or basically completely locked down for 3 seconds, it will be an additional 4-second lockdown against monsters. But even in AFK stages, if you're facing a stage that has heroes, like actual recruitable heroes, then they are not going to be counted as monsters. So here, for example, out of all of these heroes, I don't know. I don't even think Gawain is also going to be considered a hero and not actually a monster. And so this is the awkward thing, that a lot of times in AFK stages, you're not actually going to be facing that many monsters, and so you may not get the most value out of that, like prolonging that crowd control. And then on top of that, the problem is it's a very low range. It's basically just one tile in front of him. Like and so unless the enemy is all stacked exactly on one tile specifically, which you would need like an Iron Thador combo already to kind of get that together, then or Iron Almas, then you're not going to be able to even have them all petrified or intimidated at the same time. And so these are kind of the issues with Laios. He's just not bringing enough to the table. When you compare it to a hero like Thador, Thador has that great crowd control. It is a longer range, the whole blade sweep attack, and it can really lock down enemy teams. And that's why in Apex of Phase 2, we've seen Thador and Mahira being used in almost every stage because that combo is really insane. So Laios, he doesn't really fit in there providing enough value, and really I just think Thador is better in almost every way for AFK stages. The other problem is the Living Armor Kensuke, which is the ultimate cast of Laios. This is gonna have 600 initial energy. In the video trailer, when we watched basically the team synergy of the breakdown, it was showing that he had 1000 pre-fill energy, so I guess changes happened since then, or maybe that was a battle clip. And he does have the 600 pre-fill energy, which means he's not going to be able to summon his ultimate right away. He could die before even summoning it. And then also in auto battle, he doesn't summon the living armor into like the best tile possible. Like really, if you want the living armor to tank for you, you want to summon him in front of you. But like Laios will sometimes automatically summon it into just any like available spot rather than always prioritizing in front. So those are really the issues with Laios. I think that even though maybe there could be some AFK stages where he can be used, I think overall he's just not going to be very meta for AFK stages. And really that was all we were hoping for with this kit, with a massive like crowd control. And so this really comes to the point of what should you do with Laios? Or should you still plan to recruit him even to Supreme Plus, or just stop at Mythic Plus? And I'm really feeling like people should stop with him at Mythic Plus. You can use Omni Acorns to send him to Supreme and leave him there, because you're going to get Mythic Plus for free just by completing the event. If you just select the soul sigils of Laios from every single selector chest, you are going to get him to Mythic Plus for free, and then you can basically consider him done. And if he ever has some usage, he should be getting that value at Mythic Plus, because his Supreme Plus ability honestly is not very impactful. Laios permanently increases his maximum health by 20% each time he collects a different ingredient using Dungeon Gourmet, and this effect can be triggered up to 3 times. So this is going to make him tankier. Like we said, he does have some survival issues. However, this is going to take a while before he's even going to get this tankiness, because you have to collect an ingredient. With his Mythic Plus, you can collect an ingredient which will drop prematurely if the enemy target loses 30% of the maximum health, but that's still going to take a while, especially if you're in high deficit AFK stages. It's probably going to take 15-20 seconds before even any enemy will drop below 30% health. But then basically at that point, he's going to be able to collect those ingredients, and he will be able to boost up his own maximum health by up to 60%, 20% times 3, which I mean, is interesting, but I just think, like, practically speaking, it's really going to be about his survival early on. Like 15 or 20 seconds into the match, you're probably already stabilized, and you don't need the buff then. If it was initial, then it would be something maybe to consider, but because of that, I really don't think that's going to be that impactful. And like, if he's going to have usage in an AFK stage, is probably going to be just with his Mythic Plus without actually the need of his Supreme Plus. Now, the only other things kind of questions out there are, what about other game modes? And most importantly, does Laios ever have potential to be used in boss content? Now, this is the thing which I do not think he will, because the thing about Laios, if you look at his kit, he does have a damage boost on his Mythic Plus, especially plus 15 exclusive equipment, 80% damage boost onto enemy monsters. And bosses, I believe, are considered monsters because they're not actually heroes. So there is some potential for some damage boosting here. On top of that, his Dungeon Gourmet can, when he collects ingredients, he can cook and provide buffs to nearby allies. But the problem is, if the only way to collect ingredients is either killing an enemy, which is not going to happen in a boss, or the boss has to lose 30% of his health. And so for pre-endless bosses, I mean, they are going to trigger that one time. You're going to get one set of ingredients, and then you can cook up one time. And as you see here, this buff is only going to last 8 seconds. So like, as a buffer for boss content, it's just kind of not possible for him. It's just unfortunate, because I think if he could fill more of a buffer role, like if he could consistently, continuously buff allies, and like the boss would continuously drop ingredients, then there's something we can at least consider. But if it's only a one-time premature drop, and you have to take 30% of the boss's health, maximum health, which in Endless, of course, is never even going to trigger. Like Ravage Rum, Endless, Titan Reaver is never even going to trigger. But like in other pre-Endless boss content, like it will trigger one time, but that's not really enough. His ultimate, really, this is the other thing which I'm kind of like considering. If there's any summoning related boss or content, like we know the Doomscourge Primal Lord will want to use summoners. We don't know whether Laios will be good there or not yet. However, that's the only other kind of area I'm considering him, because his summon is pretty nice. Like, his summon is 300% of Laios' attack. His summon hits hard. This living armor. 300% of Laios' attack, and then when you cast ultimate again, he is going to, yeah, as you see here, it's going to further boost the energy, and then also control immunity, increasing attack speed by 120, and he can hit pretty hard. And if the living armor damage is also going to be boosted by 80% onto enemy monsters, I don't know if it is based on the description, because this description says increases the damage Laios deals. Now, I'm assuming it would also be his living armor as well, because all of that damage is considered Laios' damage, like in the damage report. I don't know, but basically, that is something that is potentially interesting, but honestly, realistically, I think it's going to have very little application, generally speaking, and probably not going to be good enough for like a top team of any Dream Realm content, even pre-Endless, if I had to make a prediction. However, at this point, if you're a free-to-play player, light spender player, you don't have many diamonds to begin with. Right now, I would say do not make your decision yet. You have plenty of time on the banner. There's over like almost 4 weeks still left on the banner. There's no need to feel any pressure to recruit right now. We will wait and see for the whole 20-25 days that we have left, and then we can make a decision at the end. And of course, I will be making updated videos on all of that. However, these are just the things you have to prepare mentally and think about. Do you just want to get your Supreme Plus Laios in one copy of Marcel and be done with it, if you're like, you don't have much resources? Or do you want to potentially think about Mythic Plus Laios and also building up Marcel to Supreme Plus or higher, which is a heavier investment? However, Marcel is good in PvP, and she is also good in battle drills, although battle drills is not really an important mode as of right now. But yeah, it's just something you need to think about, and I will make an updated video on that when we have more information, more evidence, and we can safely say which is the right decision. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section down below. What do you think about Laios, and what are you excited for? Basically, obviously, just keep waiting. Let's just wait and see. We are going to have more information as time goes on, and then everyone can make a more educated decision. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There is a link to that in the description of this video. And if you think about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's the best way you can support me and also gain win 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video or a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark or favorite that link. And whenever you're thinking about making a purchase, just go to that link, make the purchase, and it will support me. And of course, that's always much appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.